Welcome to another episode of Thought Outside. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Steel Biz. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm EJ Briz, the other host.
Okay.
You got something to say something short.
I really don't care what you have to say. You got all brown today. You look like a lumberjack. You look like you want a brownie paper towel. Brownie. And you've been working out too. You look like brownie. I mean, it's a good thing.
You keep talking. I'm kind of looking like old dog in Menace Society.
You look like one of the Bernstein Bears.
I'm a Google brownie. You're gonna be like, brownie.
Kind of look like old dog. Menace Society.
We got a guest today. We had a guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's going on, you guys? I go by the name of Marquis Storm, rapper, songwriter, podcaster, and the host of Sip and Chill. How are you gentlemen doing?
We're doing pretty good.
Man, I'm hanging
That's
in
good.
there. I'm hanging in for
Let us ask you the questions. You know, you visiting our show today.
I know. I'm so used to asking the questions.
I know. Every time we have other podcasts on here, they want to ask questions. But it's our turn to get in your business. But,
yes, sir.
Yeah, so as far as weeks are going, my week has been really, really good. I had a good week this week. It's crazy because I've been trying to remember what I did for the week. Mm-hmm. I just been working out a lot, and I've been trying to I've been trying to this dieting thing,
right?
It's just weird to me because it's kind of like I've been every size my whole life, so I've been trying to like eat my weight in protein. Mm-hmm. And it's the most difficult thing ever.
Oh, no, trust me, I get it.
And I'm trying to keep down the carbs and whatever, too. Right. I got a comedy show on the 18th, so I've been like...
Where?
It's here. At 725 Broadway Avenue, DFCollections.
David Ford Collections.
So
7 to 9.
7 to 9.
So tickets $10.
Tickets $10.
Make sure you get your ticket.
Please.
Get 40 seats available. That's it. After 40 seats, there's no more tickets. So you better hurry up.
And we got other comedians too. We got.
You guys have Guru Bates, don't you?
We got Guru Bates.
Yeah.
We got. Let me see who else we got.
You know what? I did the flyer, but I ain't really read it.
Okay, we got some real ones. We got Tyrone Gaines, who's a real one. We got Shen Friesen, who's a real one. Mm-hmm. We got Clinton James. We got Lamar Bates. Mm-hmm. And we got Britton Grace. The thing about all
hold on. And it's being hosted by who?
Nazy Nay.
Yeah,
Nazy Nay.
Who's been on the show. But the crazy thing about it is all these dudes been to mad comedy shows in Cleveland that I haven't been to. They've been to the Laugh House.
Mm-hmm.
They've been
the Improv.
The Improv.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, these dudes and I'm like, I'm on the show with them, so I feel like very honored to be doing the show.
That's dope. That's dope.
And then Eric is helping a lot out on the show too.
I'm behind the scenes, look, as usual.
Yeah, and I want you to introduce what you're doing too when you get to your turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But my week was pretty good. Go ahead. How was your week?
My week was eventful. Excuse me if my speech is kind of messed up. I had a root canal yesterday, so I'm still trying to get my speech and all that other stuff right. So please excuse me if you see any type of difference in how I'm talking. I told you guys last week, I'm starting off with my Akron initiative. So if you don't know, I am the owner of the clothing line Healing Hyenas, and what I'm doing my Akron initiative, right now I have 3 models that will be modeling my Akron t-shirts. I have 2 t-shirts I designed. One is called City Love and the other one is Akron Raised. So be on the lookout for that. I think I'm gonna have my models do a little bio. A couple of them are hip hop artists like yourself.
From Akron?
Yeah, from Akron. One of them is my
Akron, which is
you have to be from Akron. It's an Akron thing.
It's very precious.
That's depressing to hear. What if you claim Akron as your second home? I went there for college at one point.
We'll see. We'll iron out the details, man. You know. Yeah. So and the other one is my little sis, man. She does nails and everything, so she's real dope. And I also start a YouTube channel. I am leaving Thought.
I would never be.
No, but I am starting a YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel is called Life on Diagonal. It's about my life. If anybody know me out there, I stayed on the street, Diagonal Road, so that's Life on Diagonal. It's kind of I started an Instagram page at the beginning of the year. it was kind of an ode to my mom who passed away in July. And so I was like, this really deserves more than just the Instagram page. So I want to dive into a lot of personal stuff that I really don't get a chance to talk about on Thought Ops. That goes, that deals with me growing up, being the person I am, the man that I am, with me losing my mother, with me losing a child, becoming a father. So this is a lot of deep stuff I'm going to be talking about on there. And that's just about it right about now. So my week, I just did my first trailer intro or whatever. I did film my first episode, but I don't like it, so it's going in the trash, and I will be doing another first episode. So,
it was my idea for him to talk about it on this show. So
yeah,
so I ain't hating.
yeah.
And I'm doing a show on Zeus. I'm joking. How was your week?
My week was good, and I can actually see you doing a show on Zeus.
Yeah,
that'd
me
be
too.
crazy. That'd be dope.
Oh heck, dude! I have two
yeah.
classes.
You know how much money you might make though.
Oh yeah, I heard.
I can see.
Yeah,
I heard Zeus pay.
yeah. Zeus will out of pocket.
All they ask for is your soul. Well, go ahead.
No, this is true. Your soul and probably your firstborn too.
And probably and from the women they ask for something else too. They send them to Dubai. They send them to Dubai.
That's right. All this for a BBL, that's crazy.
So, right.
So my week has been good, gentlemen. Just been promoting the podcast and promoting a couple shows. I just got done doing a paid sponsored show for something for the Aries party for my friend Naya Athena. Shout out to her, definitely a great artist as well. We just did a paid sponsored show from Crown Royal recently, and we brought Sip and Chill. We were all able to partner together and have a good time. Okay. Sip and Chill's been on a rampage in 2025. Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's how it's supposed to be.
For sure. And it's just like to be around you guys has been great.
Oh man, you ain't got to flatter us.
No, I'm just.
And we got an opportunity to do Sip and Chill.
Yeah.
I didn't get as messy as I wanted to get, but
I had to stop him from. We don't do that on Thought Ops.
No, it's
he can do it on his own.
That's why we try to wean him off the show. Some weeks I be doing a show by myself, so I can get like super messy.
Oh no, it's fine. We could talk about whatever on Sip and Chill. Because there's days where I want to get messy on Sip and Chill. But the thing is, we talk about music, culture, while we sip wine and have a good time.
Like last week was a little messy, but
Yeah. Oh, and also. We are what? We all three of us. We're taking part in the podcast.
United Podcast United 4.
It's coming up at the end.
This our third one.
Yeah. For me, it's my first.
Yeah, this is our third. Yeah, this will be our.
Yeah.
This is our third.
This will be our fourth one.
Really?
He's third. I don't know. No, this is third. Yeah, third.
Yeah, y'all.
Yeah,
y'all just brought me to the fold of the podcast.
Well, they brought you into the fold.
Yeah,
I was actually
shout out
against you.
Brandon.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
I'm joking. No, shout out Brandon though, who have done the show. Shout out Brittany. Shout out
King Teeth. Shout out to my boy, man.
Teeth, who I knew before all of y'all.
I'm not gonna name because it's too many people.
Yeah, it's just too many
forget
people.
No names.
King Teeth is my homie. That's like my. I always tell him whenever I see him. I was just like that's like my arch nemesis in podcasting. So
I knew him.
My boy.
I knew him like before I knew you.
Yeah,
and you too. Yeah, I know.
Hey, y'all can have a podcasting arena. That's
but first and foremost though, with me, I'm a podcaster, but I'm an artist first and foremost. Yeah. So I'm a rapper songwriter. So
we're gonna get into that
in
your interview.
All right, cool.
Okay, so we're gonna come back and we're gonna do an interview and we're gonna do weekly topics. All right?
Yeah, a feature topic.
Yeah, we'll just do the feature topic first. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, so we're gonna do our
feature topic. Man, I should just start introducing this.
Yeah, I feel like
I think cause this is like what the 90th episode or something like that. You must keep messing it up.
Yeah, it's a feature topic.
Hey, that's 90 episodes.
90 episodes. That's amazing.
90.
Man, I feel old.
You look old. Just like a feeling I didn't know.
Okay, so
you were trying to portray it.
So again, this week I'm being lazy. Hey, like I said, it's been a crazy week, long week. I had a root canal yesterday. I'm doing all that. Sister had surgery today, so we doing the show our way. So we have 2 topics left. So we just gonna let you pick whatever topic you want to talk about. Whichever one you pick, that's what we'll talk about. Okay. So topic number 1. Can you recognize when you're the villain and not the victim? And topic number 2, what does loyalty look like to you?
Because all of these seem like stuff that's just really like going on in my life right now.
Yo,
So yeah, those two things are actually very.
No, is that we only have 2 topics?
we got 2 topics left.
I swear
Those two things are actually very relatable right now.
So which one would you want to talk about?
So I want to talk about loyalty.
Okay.
Let's talk about loyalty.
I knew you.
Because it's kind of like these topics, like they're embracing my
good.
whole life, and it's kind of like, cause man, I'm sick of.
I'll let y'all start.
All right, go ahead. You want to start?
Yeah. So loyalty. How do we define loyalty? Someone who's gonna be there no matter what. No matter what happens, they're gonna be there for you, no matter the cost. And I guess like I really had to take a look at my circle and a couple of people that I associate with and really see who's actually loyal at the end of the day.
No, it's an inside. Don't pay it.
Yeah, no. It's just like see who's actually really loyal, who's actually gonna be there for you. I had to take a look at friends, associates, people in music that I work with. And why you keep doing that?
What?
Because he got a lot of stuff going on in his life. That's why.
It ain't really going on. It's just weird stuff.
Just wait till his turn.
Okay, Frat. I got you, man. We could talk, man. So it's just like, but it's like it's just stuff like that. I really had to take a good look and just weed out like the jokers in my deck and just like really see who's there for me.
Loyalty. I have nothing to say about this. Nah, but
you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You said you ain't gonna go ahead.
No, I'm just.
Go ahead. I want to expound on this.
Okay, well, loyalty. What does loyalty mean to me? I mean, I don't know. I feel like you need to be loyal more to yourself because expecting people to be loyal to you have always left me in a bad place. And I just feel like I don't know, man. I just feel like a lot of these dudes, a lot of these dudes is fake because I'm around, and I'm not saying that this is what make you, but I'm around a lot of dudes talking about they real. They ain't even got no father, so they ain't really got no real man in their life. And I'm not. If you don't have a father, right? That I'm not trying to say that there's something that's wrong with the fact that you don't have a father, but you are always constantly trying to define what a real man is,
right?
And you never had an example of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like me trying to define certain things that I don't have an idea of, right?
Right.
I just feel like if you're just a good person, you should just be a good person. All this fake alpha male shit that
oh my God, bro.
that people be feeling like they just have an idea, and then the thing in the black community or minority communities are like we have all this trauma that we're dealing with trying to fix ourselves. I feel like a lot of these things just put these false ideas in people's heads of what real is, of what loyalty is, of what dudes don't even like if you have a problem with me, come talk to me about what the problem is. I don't want to read
Speak up.
I don't want to read about the shit on Instagram constantly. I don't want to read about it on Facebook constantly. You know what I'm saying? Even if you post about it on Facebook, and I don't care about that. But have a conversation with me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is just corny.
No, it is. It is
corny. And I'm not even going to unfollow you because I feel like that's just going to make you feel like you won. Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's,
my thing is I don't even argue no more. Like it's just like if you
what you do, you should.
No, I don't even argue. I don't even argue with niggas no more. Like it's just like if you
I'm too old.
Yeah, I'm grown. I'm 32. Like
you young, dude.
Yeah, what you talking about? Man? My knees cracking, my back hurting.
Yeah, it just seemed immature to me when I look online and I would see like you definitely talking about me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We used to be super cool, and I look online and it's just like at first be like I'm not that important, so you're not talking about me. But when I look and I see that it's every post is like about me.
Right.
It just be weird.
I'm kind of petty though. I be putting laughing emojis under it.
Nah,
I be putting laughing emojis under it. I just be like, and then there was one time I was just like, he was like, this nigga sucks. He's not loyal. All yada yada yada. I'm just like, damn. Then what happened? That's what I put under his post.
I feel like a lot of stuff happened around my last comedy show, like with different people.
Really?
Yeah, like not naming like no person in particular, but like there were different like a group of different people that didn't come to my show, and it just seemed weird.
So is it my turn?
Go ahead. But you loyal?
Let's see. What does loyalty look like to me? It's not like a book report. Man, I don't know. Like you said, I just try to be loyal to myself. I mean, I've come to the conclusion that you can't control what other people do. You could be the best person in the world. That goes with friendships, relationships, and at the end of the day, the person's still gonna do what they want to do. So you just have to basically you have to be the best version of yourself.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
I just hate, before I forget, that's on
go ahead.
I just hate seeing things about yourself online that doesn't pertain to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you got to, man, if other people, but if it ain't about, if you know it's not true, who cares what other people think? Man?
Yeah, but it's just like, Dad, you really an evil person that you sitting there just writing this bullshit, bull crap about me.
Yeah, you know
Could you? I wonder if like our editor could take all the cuss. Because I'm like the only one that uses profanity.
I just feel like people who write stuff online, you know, that I just think they're kind of bitter. Like
I do it sometimes.
I don't know. Like me personally, I'm more of a face-to-face type person.
I am
likewise.
Same. But it's after I wrote something. But it's kind of like, yeah.
But I'm like, I mean, even we can get off the subject of loyalty. So I mean, I'm gonna look at it like, you know, thought ops. Okay, like you do what you do outside the thought ops. Okay, and you see that I support you. And you do, and same with me. And no matter what anybody try to say to me or try to make me think, I know what type of person you are. And I don't play both sides of the fence. You can't turn me. So that's one part of being loyal.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you have to sit back and look at yourself. And, you know, a lot of people want people to be loyal to them. But you have to sit back and realize, am I being loyal to other people as well? And if I know that I'm being loyal to other people, if I'm supporting other people and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, if I don't get it back in return, that's when I make my decision. Should I still fool with this person?
Or not?
Yeah, or should I just X this whole situation? But see, it's different with me because I know both of y'all popular. Y'all know a lot of people. I don't deal with a lot of people.
I don't know a lot of people. A lot of people know me.
So it's like some of the experiences y'all have, I don't have it because, like, man, my circle is small and it's always been like that. So I really don't go through the situations that y'all go through because I don't really, you know, deal with a lot of people. Now, with me doing podcasting and me being around you, whatever, I see a lot of stuff that I'm in disbelief because, and this is just me, and this is no shot.
I'll be glad that you see it, so you can know it ain't me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're around it.
And this is, and I know every city has foolishness everywhere, but Cleveland is really surprised. And this is no disrespect to Cleveland, but hold on, let me finish this. It ain't just Cleveland, because I work in Cleveland Heights too, so I'm gonna put Cleveland Heights in there. I be in disbelief in some of the stuff I see, and I'm just like, man, in Akron, this wouldn't even. Everybody talk bad about Akron, but I'm just like, man, none of this wouldn't really be going on. Probably because Akron is so close that, you know, everybody know everybody, and you say something that you liable to run into that person or whatever. But it's like some of the stuff I see, I just be in disbelief, man.
But it just be crazy though, like when it's people that you don't really expect that from, and you really put a lot into people. You my good friend. And you like, damn, I done put a lot into just being cool with you because you know, what's the first thing when we got cool and we was doing the podcast, we started, well, I tell you, I don't trust people.
Yeah, you know and I wasn't offended. Yeah, because I know what type of person I am. You know what I'm saying?
And I always told you, what did I tell you? I said, when we talk about friendship, I said, I ain't really got no friends because I just wait for people to do what they do. Yeah. And then it just really hurt when you just consider people your friends,
and then they just stab you in the back.
And I ain't gonna say I don't have them, because I do have like the people that's really my really good friends. You probably won't even see them on my social media,
right?
Because they don't care about being shown as my friends, and being around. You know what I'm saying? Because there are people that have intentions. You know what I'm saying? They were like, they want to see them be on your social media, and it's like, because people Because we live in America where it's all about what you can do for me.
Yeah,
we
the opportunity.
We live on capitalism, and capitalism goes further than money.
And I just want to add one more thing. Just like us, like we do the show together, we talk on the phone, and there's a lot of times me and him we've had plenty of disagreements, but we're both mature enough with each other that we could talk about our disagreements and just leave it at that, and let's keep it moving. No, we're not holding no grudges or nothing like that. So it's just with loyalty, it comes with maturity too. You have to be a mature individual, not just a mature man, but a mature woman. You have to be comfortable with yourself.
Definitely.
So,
and when I block you, you'll be knowing I block you because I'll call you first.
Yeah, you already know I don't care.
I'm joking. I haven't blocked you in a while.
In a while?
No, I ain't never. I'm not a blocking person. Yes, I am.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but there's certain people I like. No, when I leave like certain like business type situations, in the past I don't really do that now. Like I be having to block people because I'll be like, man, I don't really. I used to do that. Like, man, I gotta block this person because I don't want them to call me and asking me to do business with them again. But it's loyalty is what it is.
I don't have
I have nothing else to say.
I feel like loyalty is. I don't really say much. I just really just watch what people do, watch what people say,
That's me.
how they move around me, how they move when I'm not around. Is like if I it hurts the most when someone is like really close to you, but then like they start talking crazy about you, on some weird shit.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's just like I'm just like that's fine. And then they want to gain their little feelings when you unfollow them. And I'm just like, I don't base my friendships on Instagram's follows and unfollows.
Yeah.
So.
I just think that people should come with like a trailer, like a movie trailer, just so you can know what the hell you're getting into.
Or you should listen to some of the people that's close to you when they try to tell you about certain people too.
Hex.
Because there's been times where because I'm like you, I observe stuff and I see certain stuff and I just be like,
Yeah, he always be like, man, that. And then most of the time when he say it do be coming true. Like, dang, you right. Or sometimes he just be hating on people. Yeah, but people should have movie trailers where you could be like, so you can know what the hell you get into. Especially like these bad relationships with these women and stuff too.
why you looking at me?
Movie trailer like you get still be dating horror movies, but
I don't know what I be doing, bro.
You be dating horror icons?
I don't know, man.
Bride of Chucky.
Oh my god.
We ain't even talking about no relationship. No.
Midget redheads?
Well, we gonna come back, but yeah,
your interview's next.
Interview's next, and everybody should have a trailer.
Cool.
Okay, well, this is the best part of the show where we get to get up all of your business.
Hey, since you like to be messy, we about to get messy.
Yeah, we about to get messy. So, girl told me. No, I'm joking. So,
I wouldn't be surprised, really.
Go ahead, tell us, how did you start with everything that you do? Because we know that you are what you call yourself an influencer?
Yeah, influencer, an artist, musician. So we can start with the music of the podcast. So I started. I
want to start with the music, though.
The music?
Because I had the questions written down there on my phone and everything. Yeah. So we start with music.
Okay, we can start with music. Yeah, so I started writing music when I was in middle school. And I didn't start getting into hip hop or rap until middle school. Growing up, I listened to a lot of R&B, a lot of 90s R&B, a lot of jazz, a little bit of rock and roll, a lot of funk, so as soon as I started listening to rap, the first three artists I started listening to was Young Jeezy, Old Kanye. I can't emphasize that enough. And then and Common.
Yes.
And I was like, who are these?
I could see that.
Yeah.
Because we had a conversation about different rappers.
Yeah, Kwame.
That you didn't know who they were.
Yeah. So,
which made me realize I was telling my age.
Let's just make it, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So I started listening to them. I was like, yo, this is dope. And middle school at the time, it's 2005, 2006, and this is when Wild 'N Out's just started getting big. and like they did the wild style battles, and I just like came up with like a couple lines. People were just freestyling and stuff. I came up with like 3 or 4 or 5 rhymes that just rhyme together, or words that rhyme together, and people were like, oh, and I was just like, this was fun. Let me do it again. So I just started writing from there. I didn't start taking music serious until I was out of high school. Mind you, I was doing sports. I was doing wrestling. I was in the band. I was golfing, and yeah, I do a lot. And
you went to school in Cleveland?
Yeah, Cleveland Heights, class of 2011. I'm a Heights Tiger.
Oh, you went to Heights?
Yeah, I went to Heights.
What year?
Class of 2011.
You look like you went.
I started working at Heights in.
You do remind me of a Heights.
I started working at Heights in 2002.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah, that's probably why I know that. That's why I know you look familiar.
Yeah. I was on the wrestling team with Willie Newton.
Oh, okay, yeah,
that was the coach. Yeah, but it wasn't until college and when I went to University of Akron that I started taking music serious, because people were like, "Oh no, you can't do this, you can't do that." I was like, bet. All right, and then I just started writing, started doing shows. I got a bunch of singles, a bunch of mixtapes and EPs. I put my first mixtape out on Dat Piff. It got like 3,000 streams first week.
Cool.
And I was like, whoa. Mind you, I was just starting out, but I've been writing for like ever. So like, started doing shows, opened up for artists like Yin Yang Twins, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Bubba Sparks, Saw Rock, DJ Paul from 3-6 Mafia, Yellow Wolf, Tech-9, Steve Stone, Jonas, he's an independent artist. Kosha Dills, he was my first international artist I ever opened up for.
Okay.
And I was just really hungry for it, because I was just like, people are gonna know my name. Yeah. So, and the rest is just history. I just been doing it ever since. Been doing shows everywhere.
Okay. So, what made you transition from music into podcasting? So,
at the time, even when I had the podcast, I was still doing music, but it was actually by accident.
Okay.
So it was the height of the pandemic, 2020.
Yeah.
All right. Nobody can go outside. We were all just stuck inside, and I was doing this EP. What?
I'm laughing because I couldn't go outside because I had the pandemic. I had COVID.
Oh man. No,
I'm talking about bad, and wouldn't leave the house and wouldn't go to the hospital. And was in the house about to die.
And it's like you couldn't even go anywhere. Like it was just you just had to lay down and suffer. You know?
I can't call nobody because they call nobody dead.
Right, fever on like 130. Like, but yeah. But it was on accident. I was having an EP release party, and I just going on my Instagram like, yo, come through to this EP release party, sending it to people. Like some of my closest confidants, friends, people I didn't even know. But, it was just a bunch of new music I was happy to share. And so we have the EP release party, and I'm just like, come and I had wine with me at the time. So just come and sit and chill with me and listen to this music. And like, and it's just like, I'm playing my music. People are liking it. They're loving it. And then people are like, yo, play my music. I was like, all right, let me play it. Send it to my email. I'll play it. I start playing it. And then like, people were like, play it. And I'm just like, huh. We might have something here. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, for the people that missed it, I bring them back. I'm just like, yo, come back. I'm gonna have this music. We're gonna play your music, and we're gonna play some of my new stuff, some of my old stuff. So I play it, and people are like, yo, this is dope. So you just be DJing? And I'm just like, nah. I was just like, but the people were like, you're a good talker. You should do announcing. And I'm just like, cool, I can do that. I took it into consideration. I was just like, they were like, you should do a podcast. I was like, podcast, and I was like, no, I really got something. Yeah. Because there was nothing to do. We couldn't go outside. Mm-hmm. So I come the next week. I call on a friend. He goes by the name of Denzel the artist. Okay. Shout out to my boy. One of my first guests on the show. I was like, yo, you want to bring your music here?
I think he'll Q, right?
No. You think of a different Denzel.
Denzel the artist. I think I know he is.
No, he's actually from Akron.
You don't know.
Yeah, he went to Kent though.
I probably know him.
Yeah, I don't know if
he probably know me.
He talking about acting business. Man.
Yeah, like Denzel the artist. He's an R&B artist. He might be trying to go Greek. I don't know. I can't disclose that information. But yeah. So
I'm looking him up right now.
Go on my page. So he comes on and he's like, yeah, we'll play my music. I just dropped some shit, and I was just like, yo, what's good? I got my boy Denzel here, and he shows me his music. I'm interviewing him. His viewers and my viewers come in just to watch. Okay, cool. And like next thing you know, like we're accumulating like different viewers on here, and like people were like, "Yo, this is dope. When can I come on? And And I'm just like, yeah, that's him.
I know Denzel.
You know Denzel?
Like I know him personally.
Yeah, it's Denzel Washington, man.
Yeah, Denzel. Yeah, we talk all the time.
Yeah, I brought Denzel on, and he's just like, yo. I was like, he was like, yeah, I can do the interview. I bring him on. We start accumulating followers, and people that I didn't even know started coming on to the page. You know, and I started exploring for more people to come onto the page because I was like, if we're gonna do this podcast, we're gonna do it right. So I made a song called Proof, which accumulated 20,000 streams on Spotify, and it reached 1,000 streams literally in just 2 days because I kept using it as my theme song for the pod, you know. And since then, I dropped something called Never Look Back, and that was my first official like streaming EP.
Okay.
You know, no, actually, it was my second streaming EP, which accumulated like about 20,000 streams, and on Spotify. And since then, I've been incorporating music in the podcast, just getting people interested, bringing like different artists, musicians, from the artist, the producer, the engineers, the background vocals, everybody, all walks of life come on, from your essential workers, doctors, lawyers, politicians, like your regular everyday grocery and truck driver.
Okay.
You know, I've tried to bring a lot of people on. I've had your like basic person from Cleveland to some just like your national artists from the nation to people from all around the world. I've had Grammy nominated songwriters and singers on my podcast.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
amazing. So
You're not quick on his head with questions.
It's all good.
I'm just saying. My question is,
Balls.
my question is like, what type of artist do you consider yourself? Like, as far as you said, you used to listen to Common. Do you consider yourself like an artist like? Because a lot of the people that you named, I'm sure that they looked up to the people that I said to you.
Yeah.
Because they're just like those people. Do you consider yourself like a Common type of?
I wouldn't say I'm that type of artist. You know, I would say I'm in my own lane. I'm not as common as other people would say.
Common, okay, there you go. Wordplay.
Yeah, you see what I did there? Yeah. I would say I'm hip hop with an emotional but R&B twist.
Like
you
Drake.
know, maybe not like Drake, but
Everybody hate Drake.
No, hold on.
Musically, Drake is amazing.
Musically, Drake is the GOAT. Am I a fan of Drake? Yes. You know, but I will say, Drake has influenced my writing a bit, you know, because it's just like he made it okay for me to express how I really feel, and I don't have to put a filter on it.
Like Kanye.
Yeah. Because it's just like Kanye inspired me with the wordplay. Common inspired me with the freestyles. You know, like I'll say two other people. Talib Kweli inspired me with the pen game. LL Cool J inspired me with the charisma.
Okay.
You know, so.
What about Mobb Deep?
Mobb Deep? What you know about Mobb Deep, man?
I'm older than you, so of course I know about Mobb Deep.
Okay, listen, Mobb Deep, love Mobb Deep. You know,
because if you love those people, I know you love Mobb Deep.
Oh yeah, Mobb Deep. Those are my niggas. You know, but it's just like, you know, I don't know them personally. Like I dap them up, but it's like their music. You know, so.
Go ahead.
What? No, I'm just.
No, I thought we thought you had a question.
No. So I know when it comes to doing music and writing, there's a process. Right?
There is.
So does that process? Do you use that same type of process when you go into doing podcasting? Is it similar? Or is it separate?
So when it comes to my music, like I have to be inspired, and sometimes I can just take stuff, throw it in the air, and I just start writing.
Okay.
You know, but when it comes to the podcast, you know, it depends on who I bring on.
Okay.
Like I usually like to ask questions on the fly, but then I might have to like write them down.
Okay.
Like I had a influencer and a fashion designer. She went by the name of Fashionably Beck. This was probably one of my tougher interviews because it's just like she was kind of unpredictable, you know. Very beautiful girl, but like she really was really into fashion. I did not know fashion, so I had to really go do research.
Yeah.
You know, like I know fashion for myself, for men, but she was really very articulate. Yeah. You know, and very particular. You know, so I like to make my guests feel as comfortable as possible.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much. What do you have? Go ahead.
No, I got another question.
What's that?
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
It just came to mind. So when you just said something that sparked something from me. Sparked something in my head. So when you talking about inspiration, I know I'm a creative, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I know people draw from different things in life and different things that they're going through. And I know with me, like in order for me to be inspired, my life has to be in chaos.
That's deep. That's deep.
Some people can't work like that. It's like if they have a lot of chaos or whatever, it's like they can't work. It's like if everything is going good for me, it's like it's hard for me to be inspired.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it comes from, my life is in chaos. I'm trying to prove everybody wrong. So, what kind of environment do you have to be in order for you to create?
Well, for me, it depends on, my life.
Uh-huh.
My bread and butter when it comes to writing is love,
Okay.
breakups, romance.
Okay.
And also, if I'm in chaos, that's just great for me because me and you are actually the same.
Yes. Yeah.
Because if it's in chaos, I'm like, damn, I'm really finna write some fire today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I got to be. It just depends on what I'm doing, where I'm at,
Okay.
how I'm feeling in the moment. I ride on emotion.
Okay.
When it comes to my writing.
Okay, so
But you gonna say something hating?
nobody gonna say nothing. Hey, you be looking high because your eyes. But I know you sober because you believe in sobriety and all this other sobriety and therapy, and that's your thing.
Oh man!
Wait,
but your huh?
what you thought? Therapy's good.
It's good, but it's kind of like his
Man,
eyes.
don't nobody pay him no attention, man. I don't know why you wasting your time.
It's that shirt that stole me off because it's so lumberjackish today. But you look nice though.
It's Carhartt, bro.
Exact lumberjack Carhartt.
Carhartt's one of the toughest fabrics in like clothing.
Thanks for that amazing.
I'm serious. Like you can.
Man, let's put all the young people wearing Carhartt.
Okay, Mr.
Go
Art.
ahead with your question, sir.
Okay, so where do you see, like, I know you've done podcasting, I know you've done rapping. What do you see next? Like, what do you see, like, as far as like you getting into another lane or
Another lane. So
acting possibly?
I used to act.
Future?
Writing.
I said, what do you have for the future?
For the future, that's funny. I used to act. Did theater for 2 years. Yeah. So that's a good question. I want to elevate with the music, and I want to elevate with my podcast. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to put a couple more O's on these checks.
Okay.
When it comes to my music and my podcasting, I didn't start getting paid till 2022
Mm-hmm.
for both.
Yeah.
And I just want to elevate to the next level. So I want to work on my marketing a bit more. And just being able to just travel even more.
Okay.
Went to LA last year, and I want to go to Atlanta, New York, LA, just start interviewing people, but also just getting the music out there even more because word to mouth is sometimes stronger than the internet. But when you have the internet and you got them in your grasp with your sound, mm-hmm. that's when it really starts turning up and kicking up.
He traveled. He went to Akron last week.
Is there any shout outs or anything, any words of advice you want to give? Any shout outs to people or anything like that?
Yeah, actually I do. A dream is just a goal without a deadline. But if you're not willing to meet that deadline, it's only just a dream. So be sure to capture your goal before it just turns into a dream. And when that just turns into a dream, that's when it becomes a nightmare. Because you're thinking about the what if, I should have did this, I should have did that.
Yes.
But also, shout out to my whole crew. Shout out to Sip and Chill. Shout out to Champagne Gang. Shout out to everybody that's just supported me throughout these years and has seen my journey and watched me grow. Got a couple shows coming up. I got the Exotic Tour that I'm joining on 420. That represents 420 or 419. I'll be performing that day.
Okay.
Shout out to Crown Royal for having me at the show. We will be doing more. The Sip and Chill Showcase will be coming back. I would love to have you guys there. Shout out to R Square.
You really gotta have us there. You said on the show, so now you gotta have us there for real.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna have y'all there.
Right.
I just want some coffee.
No, I got you.
I don't drink. So
I know.
I'm allergic to alcohol.
And some curry chicken.
And some curry chicken. I can bring curry chicken. That's no problem. There's a spot.
Man, predict. You want to hear something really funny? So I made some curry chicken. He's talking about he don't like curry chicken.
How do you not like curry chicken?
No.
Have you even tried it?
Listen. Well, I'm Jamaican.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So I made some curry chicken. He called me. He was sound like a woman. He was like this chicken. He was like this chicken. He was like this chicken good. he was like, how you single?
I ain't say all that. Hey, I ain't say all that.
He was like, every woman should want you.
No.
Yeah, he was all on my jock.
No, I ain't saying none of that happened.
Yeah, he was all on my jock. Chicken was good.
No.
How was that chicken?
It was decent.
What?
It was edible.
Yeah, but
Dude, you don't even like it. Did you like it?
It was cool.
it was cool. In that case, I'm gonna need some too. So, cause we brothers, remember? So it's just like, yeah. So also, I'm running for Cleveland Scene again. Shout out to Cleveland Scene. I'm going for that first place spot this year.
Okay.
I was a part of Cleveland Scene's Best Hip Hop Artist Best Group 2023. I got third place. 2024, I got second. It's only now I got to go for this first place.
Okay.
I need y'all to go vote for me.
We
Go vote for me, you guys. Go vote for me, Mr. R Square himself. All right, go vote for me. All right, but also vote for the podcast as well, Best Entertaining Podcast. Yeah. But also don't miss out. Sip and Chill next week. We got It's Okay to Think on a Weekday dropping. All right, we got Sip and Chill Live coming back. All right, we got new music dropping.
Yeah.
All right, for the summer, something y'all can dance and groove to. All right, and other than that, I got more shows coming soon.
That's what's up. We appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, of course.
Don't pay him no attention.
Another great episode, 90th episode of Thought Ops.
Congratulations.
Share, and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube. Next week, we don't have a show next week.
We have a comedy show.
Gonna have y'all laughing in. Peace. Okay, so our first entertainment topic
is something that you love so much.
No, but it's all right. So if you guys watch the show, when we had Terrence on the show, the other Terrence, I'm Terrence. No, I'm Terrence also. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm no Terrence too.
Okay.
But we had Terrence on the show,
too.
and this is when the first when Pop the Balloon was fresh. The show first came out.
Yeah.
Used to hate the show. I hated the show.
I still do.
Well, I thought the show was it was traumatic. I thought the show would be like PTSD. If you ever went on there, hear all the balloons popping like World War III. I'm short. I ain't the best looking, and
I'm pretty sure you went on there, all them balloons like pop, 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 pop.
And I probably
sound like popcorn.
Okay, that's enough. But I really didn't like the show at first, but I started liking the show. Shout out to Alette and her husband DM for bringing that show.
Talking like shout out like you know him.
I don't know him, but dude, we're all connected to some degree. Okay. Everybody's connected because of the internet. So I started watching the show, and I understand the psychology behind the show and just seeing how people could find love through the show. Now, what we're talking about, we're not going to talk about the actual show. We're going to talk about Pop the Balloon and Find Love, the live series on Netflix.
Okay.
So they bought the show to Netflix, which I think was the worst idea. They have a host. I think what show is she from? Her name is Yvonne or Orgy.
Yeah, she played on what's that show with Issa Rae?
Yeah,
I can't think of the show right now.
Okay,
Insecure.
Insecure. She played on Insecure, and I'm watching it, and so Pop the Balloon had like a cultural. I don't want to say the wrong thing. It had a different cultural aspect to the show because it was about finding black love.
So basically, you saying that they messed the show up because they brought other nationalities?
No, I don't think they messed the show because they brought other nationalities. But the whole base and the whole idea of the show was something. It's different now.
Just like how
Versus was. It was kind of like cringy watching them. Like the guys would come out and they'd be like a white guy and just hearing a white girl saying, "I don't like white guys." And then pop their balloon, because I hate when I hear black people say they pop the balloon because they don't like dark skin or they don't like light skin. I hate that.
I mean, what?
I understand.
They can't be biased.
I understand. We all have preferences. I understand. We all have preferences.
Everybody have preferences.
But it's kind of like sometimes some of those preferences that we have it sounds a little bit like we dealing with whatever happened to us or how we
Trauma.
We're
living in our trauma.
We're living in our trauma because and it's not even like a personal trauma. It's a cultural trauma because it's like a lot of times like light skin or dark skin is put against each other. So a lot of times it's just a little because I know like watching Pop the Balloon on YouTube, they be having like a lot of talk about light skin, dark skin all the time, and then sometimes the show would turn into a whole idea of dark skin, light skin. But let's get back to the topic at hand. Putting Pop the Balloon on Netflix was a bad idea.
Yeah, I knew
it was terrible.
I could tell.
I was watching it. It was trash. Yeah. And I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna be totally biased against the show. I think it's a bad idea. I think they need to put it back on YouTube, leave it there where it belongs. I think that the structure of the show is not because the way Arlette and her husband does it, it has more of the psychological base of the show is different, right? So you had the people come out, then you have the person like, nobody popped their balloon, then you have them go pop the balloon. They don't even do that anymore. They'd be like, okay, so let's ask them questions. So the people that are there, they're kind of like making decisions, and they're the ones that are like choosing to pop the balloon, to pop the person's balloon or not. The person that is like winning can't even pop the person's people balloon they don't like. I feel like watching it, I feel like they never watched the show. They just heard it was a good idea. It was like, let's just do something.
I mean, I don't watch the show. I just see clips on social media, and I mean, when I heard it was coming to Netflix, I knew it was going to be a bad idea.
Dude,
anyway,
it's
just like how when they win verses, when they have verses and they sold verses or whatever, and it's just, well, that's what happens when you sell your intellectual property to somebody else. They change it.
And then they had Arlette come out in the beginning of the show like, hey, girl. And
but so she's not even hosting it, right?
She's not hosting. She's just a producer on the show.
So
which is like, are you sure she's a producer? Because the way they put the show together is not the same. And it's funny because
she's a producer. She just like that money. She like the money of producers.
Yeah, I think so. And then it's funny because she made an announcement. She said, guess what? We still going to be doing Pop the Balloon on YouTube every Wednesday. So Pop the Balloon is still there.
Yeah, so basically what'll probably happen, and this is just my opinion, they'll probably just run with one season of this on Netflix, and then once everybody complain, they'll get rid of it, and then they'll come out with something else a la Living Single Friends.
Yeah.
They'll come out with their own Pop the Balloon. Except it'll be a whole different premise and all that other stuff or whatever. So I just feel like it was just a test run for
and I feel like
Netflix.
And I know white people that watch Pop the Balloon because they're like a girl I work with. She lived by Pop the Balloon. She loved it, and she's not like one of those white people that's trying to steal cultural appropriation. Yeah. She's like, but I think, and I know I'm gonna ask her Monday, did she like it? Because I know she's gonna be like, this is terrible. Yeah. Like it sucked. They have people from reality shows on there.
Yeah. See that don't make no sense. Like, why would you got people that's like, shouldn't it just be regular people?
You're right, but they had like few regular people. They had people on reality shows. It sucked.
When Aaron the plumber coming on there?
Well, I think that the thing is what they're not gonna do. Like Netflix doesn't do this. Netflix, if you did anything on Zeus, allegedly, they don't allow those people because they feel like you're gonna be like a nuisance. Not a nuisance, but like a to their brand. They feel like you're gonna be like a what's that called?
A downgrade or
something like that. But it's gonna. But those people go on shows to fight, so they're gonna be like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like something to their brand. So I it's like the one guy allegedly I heard this. The guy from they had some guy on Bad Boys Club. He got picked to do something on Netflix, and they denied him doing it on Netflix because
his reputation
because he came from Zeus.
Yeah. And Zeus has a negative reputation, so they don't want that negativity to follow
them. Yeah. And so. But you have to like doing stuff like that. You have to like rebrand yourself.
Yeah.
If you went on Zeus, you got to like find something else to do after Zeus to rebrand yourself so you could go on those other shows. Yeah. So. But yeah, Pop the Balloon, live was not live at all.
I still won't be watching.
It was terrible.
I don't care if it come here on this show.
Yeah, it sucked. So no Pop the Balloon. And we are back to talk about Trump's trade war escalated as China raises tariffs on goods.
Man, pretty soon, man, we're gonna be up to like 1,000%.
What every day? The thing about the thing about the government.
It ain't funny, man, but it's
not. You gotta laugh.
Yeah, you gotta laugh from crying.
You gotta laugh at. You gotta laugh to keep you from crying, or whatever the saying is. But the thing about it is, the trade war has escalated as China, put a tariff on goods. I know that Trump said he's gonna actually make the tariffs 125% for China. I'm trying to remember everything correctly. I wrote some stuff down.
Man, it's just so much stuff going.
It changes.
It's like ping pong.
It changes every day, and it does mess with the economy, and it does. And the Dow is a terrible place. I know that once he announced that he's going to pause the tariffs, is that 90 days?
Yeah, for all the other countries except China.
For all the other countries except China for 90 days. I know that the Dow actually went up, but everything is still at a percentage beneath. Like the market is still at a percentage. It's still lower than what it actually started. So a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, we're rising," but at the end of the day, this is all I got to say. Somebody is getting rich off all this, and all of this is a manipulation of the system. Which if it was what's her name, Martha Stewart, she'd have went to jail for this.
Yeah, she did. She did go to jail for this.
So it's just all of this just sounds so criminal to me. That it just sounds but I guess he's the president of the United States, so he could play these games,
and he could look out for his billionaire buddies.
And the economy could just do what it's doing, and eggs still expensive, and every day I want y'all to have like a different feeling about. I want y'all to be anxious every day. That's the thing. I mean, I know they were protesting. Did you drive by any of your protests?
No, I ain't seen none. But I mean, I know me personally, it's bothering me because it's messing up my 401k. It's messing up my stocks or whatever. And then I see like people, I don't even gonna call them people. I see idiots on Fox News talking about how who cares if it messes up your 401k. Back in the day when this country went to war, people gave up their goods and their means and. Man, I don't want to hear all that. Yeah. I've been working since I was like 15 years old. I should be retiring the next 13, 14 years. And I worked hard for my, my retirement and everything. And it's not funny. It's not fun. And it's disappointing that people especially regular people like us that think this stuff is cool and, they so into stocks and they're buying stocks and all this other stuff. Like, man, miss me with all that.
Well, the stock market is still it's like at a dive right now. So, but they think, and they're with him doing what he's doing, they think that it's gonna take a rise. And then, like, a lot of people that are rich are gonna get richer. And I don't know, this whole thing is a game. I hate talking about it. I hate living in it. I hate looking at it every day. I hate all the just the anticipation of something new, something dramatic happening every day. This kind of reminds me of the movie Civil War. You ever seen Civil War?
He changed he signed that law in effect where you could get more water pressure out your shower head. So
I did not hear about that. Like,
oh, you didn't hear about that?
No,
okay.
But that,
well, you get more. I guess you can.
And allegedly, I don't know how true this is, but I heard him and Elon fell out.
Man, we sitting. It ain't no. I don't know, man. I'm just tired.
Because I don't see Elon a lot.
Honestly, man, I'm tired. I just want these next 3.5 years to just come on, please.
It's not 3.5.
Well, whatever.
We ain't even made it through half. We ain't even made it through half of one yet. You know what I'm saying? We got like another month before we had a half.
I'm like, man, I'm tired, man. I'm tired of looking at my money go up. It's disappointing, man, for real.
No, we got 2 more months before we had a half.
I'm just I don't even know what to say anymore. I try to be positive and try to be spiritual about this and all this, but it's starting to get to me because it's just like when I see my money start getting affected, it ain't just my money, it's my son too. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't play about that. So that's what really pisses me off, especially when I talk to people that act like they're just so smart and just know everything, and they don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. So
yeah, they sleeping on air mattress.
Yeah, acting like they some type of millionaire or something like that. Man, get out of here with that.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry. I'm just getting mad even talking about this.
Yeah, it's annoying, but yeah. So I feel like it's gonna be a hard 4 years, and
hey, at least you get harder showers though.
Yeah. We'll come back.